If you stand against Satan alone, you're going to lose. If you stand against Satan with the power of the gospel and the righteousness of Christ, you can't lose. Paul is here, even in the depths of remaining sin in the believer. He is driving us to the grace of the gospel. Sometimes I think we'll never fully understand the great extent of the love of God until we trust him after we just sinned. That's how great his love reaches. And then when you trust him after you just sinned, you are already beginning to overcome that sin. So there's a battle within, but there's a medicine for every ill. There is hope in the remaining battle. There's strength to overcome. Well, how can I say this? Let me ask you a question. Do you hate sin? Well, yeah. Where'd that come from? Didn't come from you. It came from God. So if you hate sin, that's the sign of the Spirit of God within you. When you sin and it bothers you, that's a sign that the Spirit of God is within you. So if the Spirit of God wasn't there, your sin wouldn't bother you. You fight against sin. Why do you fight against sin? It's according to your nature. Well, you've got another nature within you that's fighting against sin. Put on the whole armor of God and hide yourself in the gospel stronghold. Why do you weep over sin? Because there is something of God and his grace within you. So run to Christ with your remaining sin. Confess it and seek help to forsake it. And when you do, that's a sign of Christ within you. And it's a strength for the next time you face indwelling sin. So the presence of remaining sin is a problem. But the presence of remaining good is a miracle. God is within you, and you will one day overcome. This battle with sin will one day be won by the Lord Jesus Christ. And you will be one day without spot, without wrinkle, with any such thing. You will one day be, as our confession was read earlier, you will reach perfection. That is our goal. In the life to come, after the battles are waged, after the fullness of the blessing of God is visited upon us, we will be perfect. And the thing that we need to believe is we can begin to walk in that new obedience now. We can begin to say to sin and temptation, no. We can begin to say to indwelling sin, not this time, because we believe the gospel.